Hi, my name is Dana Sardano, and this is the Ubuntu Room. The Ubuntu Room is a place where we discuss all things personal empowerment, all things spiritual development, and everything that falls in between. It's a place where we recognize that the power is in our hands to create the lives that we desire, and that personal empowerment and spiritual development are very much intertwined. And each of us on our own journey of self-discovery fall somewhere on that spectrum. And my hope is by having these conversations, maybe I can meet you where you are, and perhaps we could travel together. So, super excited long time. So the last couple of weeks I've been talking about the clairs. Last week specifically, clairsentience and clairempathy. And in the next couple of weeks we're going to talk clairvoyance and clairaudience, claircognizance. But today, in light of the conversation, I want to talk about New Year's resolutions. I want to put my own, I mentioned before, I want to throw my own stink on it though. My husband, about a week ago, he sent me this meme and I printed it and I want to read it to you. Gotta get my glasses. I printed it really big also, but I need my glasses. So this is in reference to, again, New Year's resolutions. The fresh start illusion is seductive because it feels like you're getting a do-over. All your failures from last year wiped away clean by the calendar. Except your consciousness does not reset with the calendar. Your state, your assumptions, your patterns all carry forward. So here's the thing. I know it's Broken Record Hour with Dana Sardano. I'm with the constant, our beliefs shape our reality. But our beliefs shape our reality. That is it. And our beliefs, they create the patterns. They're the fuel to the patterns that we create in our lives. And when we're able to look at that and recognize that, it is amazing what we could create out of that. So I want to share a story. It's really personal. I can see I'm getting embarrassed. It's really personal. It doesn't paint me in the greatest light, but so reserve all judgment of my life's choices, but I think it's relevant to the conversation that we're having. So in August 2010, I was 39 years old. I had a 1-year-old daughter, and I was 5 months pregnant with my second daughter. Now, just to paint the picture, add some context, my girl's father was 9 years younger than me. We were not married. And when we got together, it was for, giggles. We'll just leave it at that. And I got pregnant, and I was in my late 30s, and this was my first daughter. And I really was excited at the prospect of having children. And he was totally on board about it. And if I'm being completely honest, I had some medical issues when I was younger and really didn't think that it was in the cards for me. So we agreed, we thought it would be great. And I loved him enough, was not my, my soulmate, but I loved him enough and we were gonna do this. So I just kind of painted that picture. So he had a bit of a dead-end job. Again, don't judge me. I convinced him to quit his job, go back to school. I paid his student loan. I moved him into my house. And now I am supporting the circus that I call my life. So August 2010, I'm 5 months pregnant. I have a 1-year-old in the house. And I find out the first round of the genetics testing that they thought she had trisomy 18. And if you don't know anything about this, it's pretty tragic. They were even discussing the possibility of terminating the pregnancy because those cases never end well. What they found out through further testing that it wasn't trisomy 18, it was a congenital heart defect. It was tetralogy of Fallot. And at the very least, she was going to have a full open heart surgery in her first year of life. She was definitely going to have medical attention her entire life and all sorts of procedures and so on and so forth. So this was like a big deal. But he and I, we understood the seriousness of it and we were fully committed to the health of this child. About 3 weeks later, now we're September 2010, I find out by the most bizarre circumstances that their father had been cheating on me. I heard the gasp. Not only was he cheating on me, but he had been cheating on me the entire relationship in a variety of different ways with a variety of different people. I found out in the most Jerry Springer sort of way. It was tragic. So again, to add another layer to the picture, this whole circus that I described, plus I lived I lived down here and I'm from Jersey. I had no family down here, no really, really close friends. I had work friends, but no real support system, estranged from my father since as long as I can remember. And here I am. So now, all of the chatter starts in my brain. Oh my God, he's cheating. First of all, I acted in ways I'm like not proud. Like I'm not even gonna get into the details, but I freaked. We'll just leave it at that. But all the chatter starts. Oh my God, you're almost 40 years old. Here you go again. Oh, look, Dana doesn't know how to pick a guy. Oh, what are you doing with your life? What a failure you are. All of that stuff. The beliefs that I carried about myself and about my situation just kind of put me into a spin. But what did I do? I chose to continue the relationship. I understood that we had a sick child. That was our focus. She was going to be born in January. There were a bunch of question marks attached to it, and I was going to stay in this relationship. And of course, he was totally remorseful. He decided he found God. He was going to go to church, and he wanted to go to counseling and all these things. And we were going to make it work to maintain the sanctity of the family structure for these children. So months move along. January comes. January 9th, I deliver my second daughter. And as promised, she's airlifted to Miami Children's Hospital. She's in the NICU for a month, all sorts of wires, procedures, the whole nine. And the rest of our focus for her life, really, but the first year of her life especially, is on her health. So, I mean, it's go time, right? I deliver her and it's go time. And then the dust settles. January 10th, I wake up. I start to cry. Now, that's understandable because of my circumstances, again, the circus, but I start to cry. January 11th, I continue to cry. January 12th, I'm crying. 13th, 14th, so on. Now we're in February, I'm crying. I go see my gynecologist with the typical follow-up, and she's like, oh, it's postpartum, hands me a bunch of medication. This is typical with mothers. I'm like, okay, take the pills or whatever. Yet, I continued to cry. Now we're in March, April, May. I'm a mess. I was probably in this, we'll call it depression, for about 5 months. But what that time forced me to do was to really look at myself, really reflect on how did I get here? How did this happen? I was thrilled to, don't misunderstand me, I was thrilled to have the children. I mean, this was like, I put all these other wants and needs aside so I could have these children. So that wasn't the issue, but it was not what I had envisioned. I had envisioned being in love. I envisioned, the white picket fence, all of that. And here I am. And in this reflection, my understanding of myself and my beliefs about myself and my patterns that I created that landed me here, all of the steps that landed me to this place that I'm now crying every day after the birth of my second daughter. And I'll tell you what I came to realize when everything was stripped away. And this is funny because I remember it so clearly, is that, oh my God, I always accept less than what I desire, because I don't believe I'm worthy of what I desire. Every decision I make is based on not being ridiculed or being too much, or all the things that I thought I was based on my formative years. Because we all have it. We all have our stories that create this reality for us and these beliefs and these patterns. And that was mine. And when I had that realization, I made the decision, no, I want better than this. All the chatter of, well, what are they going to say about you? And these children aren't going to have a father, and you're going to end another relationship. All of that, I had to push it out of my brain because I truly had to recognize that I was worthy of more than what I created for myself. And when I had that realization, I stopped crying and I ended the relationship. And the rest is history. Now, there were a lot of cause and effects between then and now. We're talking about 2010 and we're going into 2026. So it was a constant evolution. But every decision I made moving forward with this creation of this new life, of these new patterns, these new beliefs, were all born in love for myself. So obviously, why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because we're going into 2026. And we have these New Year's resolutions. I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to leave my toxic relationship. I'm going to leave my soul-sucking job. I'm going to cut out sugar. I'm going to go to the gym. But without understanding the foundation of how we operate and all of the steps that got us here, Oh my God, by February, you're going to quit the gym. You're going to go back to smoking, and you're going to find yourself in bed with fill in the blank. And you're going to feel crappy about yourself. So what is my advice, my unsolicited advice going into 2026? Be kind to yourself. Show yourself grace. Be gentle. And above all, love yourself. Because when you do that, 2026, 27, 28, and all the years moving forward will truly be the best years of your life. So as always, I'll leave you with that. Thank you for listening. Happy New Year. And Ubuntu.
I love that story. I mean, I love the story of your authenticity. How was your daughter?
My daughter is going to be 15 in 2 weeks. Oh, thank you.
And how is she?
She is, you know, it's funny. She is like a medical miracle. So in her when she was 13 months old, so in the first year of her life, or just past first year of her life, she had her first full open heart surgery. Like she's got the zipper, the whole nine. And she sees a cardiologist. I mean, I was seeing a pediatric cardiologist when I was pregnant with her. They do the sonogram. They could see both her hearts. It was pretty cool. But she's had the procedures. We go from every couple of years, we do the MRIs. And so we are awaiting the second big, because she's supposed to have like 2 big ones, like the second valve replacement. But the cool thing is because it was 15 years ago, technology has changed. So what was going to be a second open heart surgery is now going to be through catheter likely.
Awesome.
Wow.
So we're just waiting for her because she's this little petite thing. And I know. Like I get it. People are like, is she yours? But she's this little petite thing. So we're waiting for her growth to catch up with what she needs surgically. And that'll probably be in the next year or so. She'll have that procedure. And then she'll be good probably for at least another decade until they have to look at it again.
Fantastic.
So all is good. And if you met her, you would never, ever, ever know that there was anything wrong. So
Incredible.